I remember the exact moment everything started to unravel. My girlfriend, well, ex-girlfriend now, looked me straight in the eye and said, "I'm keeping the apartment. You can crash with your parents." For a second, I thought she was joking. But then she just sat there, arms crossed, her best friend Natalie smirking beside her like this was some kind of power move. Now, let me back up a little. I'm 29, and Melissa, she's 27, was my girlfriend for 2.5 years. We'd been living together for about 14 months in this gorgeous 2-bedroom downtown. When we first moved in, she was between jobs, so I covered everything, the $3,200 deposit, first and last month's rent, basically the whole setup. I didn't even blink. That's what you do when you're building a life with someone, right? Fast forward to this past Tuesday. I come home from work, tired, still thinking about deadlines, and find Melissa and Natalie sitting on the couch. Papers everywhere on the coffee table. The air felt off. Heavy. Melissa gives me this polite but fake smile and says, "We need to talk." You ever get that gut feeling that something bad's about to happen? Yeah. That was me. So I sit down, and she starts her monologue, this whole emotional performance about finding herself and how we've grown apart. You know the speech. I try to stay calm, nodding, letting her get it all out. But then, she drops the real bomb. "I'm keeping the apartment," she says, voice steady like it's already decided. "You can stay with your parents for a while. I already talked to them, and your mom said it's fine." For a second, I didn't even react. My brain just froze. Then this weird laugh came out, half disbelief, half what the hell did I just hear? I looked at her and said, "You're keeping the apartment? The one I've been paying for?" She shrugs. "Well, I live here too. I need stability right now. You've got family nearby. I don't." The audacity, man. The sheer confidence. She had no idea. See, what Melissa didn't know was that our landlord wasn't some faceless management company. It was my Uncle Frank. He owned several buildings around here. And the lease? Yeah, it's under my name only. Her credit was so bad back then, student loans, defaults, you name it. I didn't even bother putting her on it. So I just smiled. Real calm. I stood up and said, "Interesting plan." Then I walked straight to the bedroom, closed the door, and called Uncle Frank. And that's where things started getting really interesting. The next morning, I called Uncle Frank and laid it all out. He was silent for a beat, then burst out laughing. "She's trying to kick you out of your own apartment? The one only you're on the lease for?" The disbelief in his voice said it all. He let out another chuckle. "Does she think that's how rentals work?" I rubbed my temples. "She's been living here, Frank. I think she genuinely believes that gives her some kind of right." But Frank shut that down real quick. "She's not on the lease. Never was. She's basically been your guest for the last 14 months. If you want her gone, I can have an eviction notice drawn up before lunch." I hesitated. I didn't want it to get ugly, at least, not yet. "Give me 24 hours, I said. "I'll try to handle it myself first." He agreed, though I could practically hear the smirk over the phone. "All right, but if she gives you any trouble, I'll handle it the legal way." Wednesday morning rolls around, and I decide to give it one last shot. Maybe, just maybe, she'll come to her senses. When I walk into the kitchen, she's making breakfast like nothing happened. Bacon sizzling, coffee brewing, humming to herself like she's in a commercial for domestic